Last time out, we got our Peterborough United career underway. It's time to finish the month of August and get out of the draw column and into the win column. In episode 2, we've got a couple of league games, we've got a Carabao Cup game, and boy do we have a game of the week for you. Stay tuned here on Peterborough United rising to new heights at Total FIFA Career Mode. Welcome back. This is episode 2, Peterborough United here at Total FIFA Career Mode. We are ready to roll here. Hit that subscribe button for me if you don't already. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Total FIFA CM, where we have updates for this career and all kinds of football thoughts. We are sitting in 10th place, 2 draws to our name and a win in the Carabao Cup from last episode. It went into penalties, so we've basically had 3 regular time draws in 3 matches so far. Played all right, not great on defense, plenty great on offense, and we've got some work to do to get out of the draw column and get into the win column. And we are going to do that here coming up soon. Now, we did make one addition right before the Carabao Cup game, Niall Umarov, and he is going to kind of anchor that defense, play in one of those pivot spots for us. We play a lot of a 3-back with 2 defensive midfielders. You can see he's going to play on that left defensive mid position. He's going to replace Ethan Hamilton, who's one of the holdovers from Peterborough United. He's a versatile player who can play a lot of positions. We also promoted this guy, Ars, I love it, from our youth academy. He's one of the guys we inherited when we started the season. So a couple of housekeeping moves to get the roster up to speed. We're definitely struggling with depth as the schedule gets busier and busier here as we get tournament games in with league games. So we're definitely going to need to upgrade some depth. But I like our starting 11 and we are ready to get rolling. We're taking on Portsmouth early on here in the season. Back at home at Boddington's Park, Portsmouth coming into town. And Ricky J. Jones has really been a dynamic part of the offense so far. He's got 3 goals in 3 games to this point in the season. He's scored. He's really been a focal point of the offense, him and Harvey Giles. So we're going to look to keep that going. Early on, 5th minute, up ahead to Thomas. Finds a man, back to Jones, looking to make something happen, building, back to Thomas. Finds a cutter, can't quite get Giles, and it's caught by the keeper. Trying to get those runs in behind the defense, and some of them are a little bit of a close call. 22nd minute, Portsmouth ramping something up here, trying to maintain our defensive shape, keep everybody in front of us. But a ball gets through and it's to the back of the net. An early goal for Portsmouth puts us down 1-0, and we are last in the league in goals allowed, and that's going to be a problem. It's been a problem in previous careers. I think it's a problem in FIFA in general. As you see, just out of the outstretched leg of the defender, just barely got by. But playing defense has always been a problem in FIFA. It's even more so this year because the defensive midfielders do not get back, do not get involved. So we're really going to have to outscore teams here. 33rd minute, Portsmouth back on the attack. Again, trying to keep our shape. Ball gets through and, just wide. That could have been 2. Mizunu was in a good spot to guard the near post there, but just wide. Fast forward, 72nd minute, still down 1-0. This has been a little bit more low scoring than a lot of our matches. Up ahead to Thomas, makes a dribble. The back of the net for Tony Thomas. Our youth academy player, our attacking midfielder, makes a great run, has to have an extra dribble, and then crosses field, goes to the right side as the keeper tries to cover the near post. He really had to guess. And Thomas does a fantastic job of reversing his vision and going back the other way. It's his 2nd goal in his last 2 games, and his first league goal of the season. He did have one in our Carabao Cup match. But Tony Thomas off to a good start, helping in that offense and helping facilitate. Out 10 minutes later, on the attack again, Giles, deflected, blocked, Thomas with it again, up ahead to Jones, and he finds the net! Ricky J. Jones with the go-ahead goal that should seal it. putting us up 2-1. And look at this pass. Look at the cut, and Thomas just finds his man. And at that point, it's a nice, easy one-touch finish for Jones. Did the work with his legs ahead of time, putting us up 2-1, and hopefully that's going to get us in the win column as we're winding down here. An 85th minute goal. Just got to play a little defense here, but it is FIFA, and we know how these things go. Trying to keep the ball in front, trying to keep a man in front. Crossover, and of course, what did you expect? Because FIFA. Every time we have had so many late goals, and they go both ways. We score late goals to tie things up. They score late goals. It's like the whole game's playing for a draw. We really haven't had nearly as many crosses this year as in years past, and this one just finds the header, and that will do it. A late goal in the 90th minute to get a disappointing draw, and we are now 3 draws out of 3 games in League One action this season. Wasting no time, into Game 4 of the League One season, we are taking on Crewe Alexandra. You can see they're in 9th place, a win, a draw, and a loss. We're sitting in 14th, just drawing everybody. Really time to get a win. 12th minute, on the attack, Thomas building again to Umarov. Has a streaking Jones playing in the left midfield position in this game. To Thomas, a little give and go. Jones gets behind his man. You're not going to beat him. Can he find somebody over the middle? There's Harvey Giles, and he buries it. A fantastic team goal. Ricky J. Jones using the speed to get behind his man. Harvey Giles finding the space. They don't get easier than that once you're at this point right here. But Harvey Giles doing a great job of finding the open space. And that has been a 1-2 tandem, whether they're playing as 2 strikers or we've got Jones back in the midfield. Their 1-2 action really has led our offense with Tony Thomas chipping in as well. 21st minute, Giles up ahead to Johan Hove, and he's got a man to beat, and he does! Johan Hove with his first goal of the season. And this is a guy we've moved from the midfield to the attacking mid position, and it is paying off already. A great goal similar to the one Thomas scored last game, where you're cutting left and then shoot back to the right. Gives us a 2-0 lead, and hey, maybe this is something we can hold on to as we're trying to get to halftime up 2-0. A last-minute effort. Oh, and just terrible defense, and now we got a man behind the defender. Oh, and he stood no chance. Zuno just gets beat on the near post, and of course, we weren't going to get to halftime up 2-0, of course. Part of that was some bad defending on my part. So disappointingly 2-1 at halftime, but a lead is a lead. 59th minute, building from the back. Trying to slow the pace a little bit while still being on the attack. We can't milk out an entire second half. Up ahead to Kaminsky with a good first touch, and he's got a man, he's got options. Up to Hove, and he gets the brace. Johan Hove with the brace, his first 2 career goals for Peterborough United coming in the same game. Loving this attacking midfield position, and a great little feed by Kaminsky there, and Hove had options. He had the whole net to work with. A beautiful finish. And we take a 3-1 lead, and hopefully that's going to be enough. 82nd minute, up ahead, we've got more chances here. Hove to Giles. Oh, that's going to do it. That's going to do it. A second goal for Harvey Giles, and that should seal it. A 3-goal lead with 8 minutes to go, theoretically, should be enough. No doubt about that one for Giles. He got to put a little more on that one. But a 4-1 finish, and we finally get into the win column against Crewe Alexandra, and boy does that feel good to say. We're not done yet. League One action continues as we play host to Northampton in a little derby action for us. A big game for the region, and in the League One standings, as you see, the win gets us up to 9th with 6 points. and this is a winnable game. Northampton's down near the bottom of the table, and we're not far from the top. It's pretty congested there, so every one of these games matters early on. It's going to be a fight to the finish, and remember, our board wants us to win the damn league. We really just want a promotion, but the board wants us to win the league, so we've got a lot of pressure on us. As you see, Tony Thomas beating his man Harvey Giles. Oh, a great save! But that was a good early look. We hope to see more of that. 36th minute, Hamilton playing in this game. Up ahead to Giles, another deflection. Good save by the Northampton goalie, but we're going to keep the pressure on. Jones applying pressure. We got two strikers at the top here. Able to get it back for Ricci. Thomas finding Giles, and now we've got some action here. Hove cutting in. Bad first touch by the defender, and he finds the net. Johan Hove walking right through nets there. Starting again in that attacking mid position, you see the terrible first touch by the Northampton defender, and Hove applying the pressure, staying on it, and that was all he needed. He had daylight in front of him and an open goal to work with, and beats him. Heading into the half, still up 1-0. Seeing if we can't get a little pseudo throw-in corner here. Seeing if we can't get one more on the scoreboard. A great little look. Oh, and a foul! A foul! Oh, but they're calling him offsides. Is he? Doesn't look like he's offsides to me. Some of this FIFA offsides is questionable. Look at the line in the grass there. Boy, that was awfully close. That looked like it was onsides and should have been a penalty. Nevertheless, it remains 1-0 all the way into the 77th minute. Johan Hove with a man to beat. Finds Ricky J. Jones. You're not catching him. Oh, a little flick. The finesse for Ricky Jade, not known for the touch, known more for the speed, but he gets just a little dink over the sliding goalkeeper. And what a finish. We can see the growth happening with Ricky Jade before our very eyes. 2-0 late in the game, and can we salvage a second win here? Or are the FIFA gods going to come back into play? Well, what do you think here? A great move, a cutter, and a goal, making it 2-1 with far too much time on the clock for my liking. Folks, this is why I drink, among other reasons. Look at this cut. Not much on the shot, but no defenders in sight. Belakachev goes with the ball carrier, and the cutting Northampton player just has all the room in the world, and he's able to find the back of the net on kind of a duffed little shot. So it's a one-goal game, but that is going to do it. They are going to run out of time, despite the 6 minutes of stoppage time. Have you noticed how much longer the stoppage times are in FIFA 21? It's unbelievable. So we're able to fend off Northampton at home in what turned out to be a tight game. But nevertheless, 2 wins in a row, and that puts us in a great spot moving forward in the League One standings. Now you gotta love this. Before the next game, let's take a look at Harvey Giles. 4 goals in his last 3 games, says FIFA. Well, I guess they didn't count on people making spreadsheets and tracking their own stats. That's not right in any way, shape, or form. FIFA, how hard is it to count goals? They do this every year. It was a problem last year. It's an absolute fucking joke. On to the next game, Carabao Cup action against the Bolton Wanderers, and we've got 3 guys in the starting lineup that aren't getting a lot of playing time. We're trying not to downplay the game, but we've got a really congested early schedule, and so we've got to get some of these guys some time. I don't love doing it, but the guys are getting tired. So we've got a few players in there that aren't normally in there. We're going to see how long we can hold things off for here. Not off to a good start, as you see the little flick shot by Bolton up and over Bazunu for an early lead. Let's take a look at this. A nice move here to beat the defender. Oh, just a little flick off the arm of Bazunu. Look like he got a hand on it. Yeah, he sure did, but not enough to deflect it. Just almost knocks it wide off the post. And for some reason, FIFA's going to call this an own goal. That's a joke, too. And that was a problem in previous years. There's definitely... the game's better this year, but there's still some bugs. Still 1-0. Up ahead, 33rd minute, trying to build something on the attack here. Johan Hove beats his defender. Does he have an angle? Oh, he did have an angle, but he's just wide. A good-looking shot. You can see it just barely goes wide. And, the keeper was there to cover it pretty well. I'm not sure he would have had it if he wasn't wide, but a good look. But nevertheless, down 1-0 into the 54th minute. And you have a cutting Idris Kano. And he's one of these guys that's starting today and has not played much, and this is his first start of the season. And he's got an open look here. Let's see what he can do with it. And Oh, he just duffs it. That's freaking brutal. That's absolutely brutal. And we're down 1-0. We can't take these chances. We're going to lose this game. Thanks for playing. You're not going to play a lot. He's one of the guys that we're working on replacing. But this is what you do in a road to glory. You've got to play with some of these guys, and it's tough. So Ricky J. Jones comes in to play that second striker position. And right off the bat, he's making his presence felt. Finds Hove. Back to Jones. Similar shot. It's a very similar looking shot to the one Cano just missed by a mile, and you can see how much better Ricky J. Jones is, and he gets us back to even. You can see the cut. Look at this brilliant cut there. And that's what does it, making it happen with his feet before the ball is in his possession. A beautiful finish for Ricky J. Jones as he continues to carry this offense on his back. 87th minute, still in a draw, potentially going to penalty shootout just like our last Carabao Cup game. At this point, we would take that. We really just don't want to lose it here. As you see the defense holding up all right, keeping its shape, trying to stay tough. Oh, but a cutter who's wide open. Where was the defense? Who was supposed to be marking him? No one goes with number 7. And that's going to do it, folks. That is going to do it. And they are going crazy in Bolton. Look at that. Nobody near him. Not even close. Looked like Bazunu got a foot on it from that angle. I'm not sure if he did or not. Nope, doesn't get anything. Unbelievable. A disappointing finish. And we are knocked out of the Carabao Cup. And Virgil, I feel you, man. So for our game of the week, we go where else? First place Shrewsbury, straight to the top of the table to take on the league leaders with a chance to move even further up in the League One standings. This is a huge matchup here as you see us set up, and we do have a new acquisition here, Isaac Johansson, who we acquire right before the trade deadline to further boost us on the outside, give us some more depth, and he's going to start at that left midfield position in our 3-4-2-1 formation. So as we get set up here in the 9th minute, underway, playing some defense, getting a turnover here, trying to make something happen. Thomas up ahead to Giles, and who else? Harvey Giles. Giving Peterborough United an early 1-0 lead against the league leaders. You saw the turnover and then a great feed, and Giles with the finish, and we've had a number of finishes on the right side from that left position there, and that has been a real go-to in this offense, is to get a good cut onto that side. Fast forward about 10 minutes, 19th minute, trying to get on the counter-attack. Giles out to Thomas, and you see Johansson with the break, and he appears to be injured. I'm not sure when that happened. He picked up a little nick. He's clearly injured and not moving. We're going to have to get him out of the game. So our newest acquisition immediately being taken out of the game. Hopefully nothing long-term. Doesn't look like it was too serious. I didn't even notice it happened, but so much for our depth. This is why you need so much of it in this hectic League One schedule here. 35th minute. Once again on the attack. Thomas over to Giles in the middle looking for Ricci. Has a man cutting. There goes Jones into the same position, and he buries it. A carbon copy of Giles' goal from earlier in the game. And Peterborough takes a 2-0 lead over Shrewsbury, and this is a fantastic start to the match. We couldn't ask for better. You see kind of the same cut there from the right side outside the box over to the left on the 6-yard line, and then cuts back to the right with the shot and buries it. And Ricky J. Jones with the beautiful finish, copying his counterpart, and we take a 2-0 lead. Just a great start. As we get close to halftime here, it'd be great to go into halftime up 2-0. It would be absolutely fantastic for the momentum. As you see us trying to build nothing. Another attack. Could we go up 3-0? Thomas up ahead to a cutting Giles. Fires again from a similar position. Oh, just wide. Just wide. They're not automatic. 43rd minute. Oh no, a turnover deep in our own zone. Up ahead, this is trouble. And Cummings just finishes it. That's what she said. Shrewsbury cutting the lead in half, 2-1 right before halftime. You see, Bazzuno has no chance in that position. Once we turned it over, one pass, that's just sloppy passing on the back end by our defense, and really going in 2-1 is actually somewhat of a disappointment. But here, in stoppage time, Jones making a great run, finds a cutting Giles. Oh, a one-timer. And we get the goal right back. And Giles needs a nap at halftime. What a run, a great ball ahead to Jones. You weren't going to catch him. A great crossover to Giles. One-timed finish, little first touch there. And what a great goal. And what a crazy end to the first half there. Going into halftime at 3-1. But it doesn't stop there. This game is not going to slow down. You see Shrewsbury taking one out of our playbook with the little slot pass there to make it 3-2. This game is not going to be quiet. Cummings not going away. His second goal of the game, giving up the brace. And that's just another point-blank shot. He's barely had to work for his. 70th minute, still a 3-2 game, trying to hold on to this lead. Shrewsbury back on the attack. They refuse to go away quietly. Oh, what a save by Bazzuno. Not a lot on that shot. Ooh, and the follow-up just wide. Just wide on the follow, and he had the goal open there. 74th minute, back on the attack for Peterborough. Trying to build something. Umarov beats his man. Can he get a shot off? Turns. Oh, he gets it. Umarov with the fourth goal of the game. A little flick past the goalkeeper. Makes a nice cut. A couple dribbles to beat his man. Doesn't get a lot on it. But had the whole goal to work with and just kind of slips it through. What a great goal and an insurance goal that we badly needed. So 4-2, and hopefully that's enough as we get down to these, winding down few minutes here. But sure enough, FIFA gone FIFA. And it's 4-3. You knew they were not going to go quietly. FIFA is not going to let that happen, especially against a good team who's top of the table. 4-3, and now we're approaching stoppage time, and this is not over yet. On the break again. Vila, just a man to beat. Oh, a great play. Great defensive play by Umarov. Can't quite clear it. Shrewsbury still on the attack. Building. Another deflection by Elhers. Great defensive stop as we enter stoppage time. So much stoppage time. 7 minutes. Unbelievable. And they're back on the attack. Are they going to allow them to get this off? No, they are not. They're not going to let them build another attack. And a crazy game ends up in a 4-3 victory for Peterborough United against the top team, Shrewsbury, at the top of the table coming into the game. You can see just a wild, wild game, but a victory nevertheless. So what does that victory do for us? Well, it hops us all the way up to third place in the standings, and you see Shrewsbury gets knocked down a peg. They came in 4-1-0, and we give them their first loss of the season. So we are 1 point out of first place after a nice stretch of games there. We did have the Carabao Cup loss, but we do get our first 3 wins of the League One season, and that is crucial after a whole bunch of disappointing draws. You can see our offense is on point. Our defense, we're giving up more goals than anybody else in the league. That's a problem. It's also part of the FIFA gameplay, which we're going to address in the next video as well, but it's also a testament to our defense. The game's tough to play defense in, and frankly, our guys aren't very good. But a bunch of huge wins gets us up to third place. We are in a promotion spot, or at least in the promotion tournament, and we are only 1 point out of winning the league. That'll do it for episode 2 of Peterborough United, Rising to New Heights. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for me if you don't already, and follow us on Twitter at TotalFIFACM. Join us next week as we go even deeper into tournament action, League Cup action, and League One action. As always, this is Total FIFA Career Mode.